uSports Central back at it. That's head coach of the Cleveland Storm, Brian Smith, and Ryan Jones right along with him. Had a huge APS Metro breakout. If you didn't know who Ryan Jones was already, then you haven't been paying attention. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I was
right,
a little
Charles?
offended by the article that came out when they were trying to say, "Oh, this is Ryan Jones."
Like a breakout, like you didn't know him from last
How
year.
you didn't know him from last year?
Exactly.
So we know what you can do. You got game. You do got to bulk up a little more.
Yes.
Play some more defense. But other
You know,
than
don't
that,
tell him what to do. He'll shake you right now on the
That's
court.
fine.
I'm just saying. Right?
But me being in my coaching manner, he has to bulk up.
All right, we're talking 3 and out here, and let's move on to the next topic. And hey, I want to break it out. It's the NMOTSC Top 10 poll. This voted on by coaches and media, and let's reveal it. And so there it is. Coach, I want to get your first thoughts of this. I mean, Hobbs, they've kind of been sitting there. You and Hobbs have kind of been flirting with the number 1, number 2 spot, and then Albuquerque High there. But if you look, your district is represented pretty well. I mean, everyone, almost everybody besides Santa Fe in that top 10 right there.
So you got 3 of the top 5 being from our district, and that just says a lot about our district. But a team we haven't been talking about is Rio Rancho. Rio Rancho is a team that puts up a lot of points on any given night, and we got a great player in Brady Patterson than the rest of that crew. But that's pretty accurate for the top 10. I'm fine with that.
You're right. 3 of the top 5 teams, and then you have District 1 with 4 teams total. You have District 5 with 4 teams total. Rio Rancho is the team that I think will surprise a lot of people moving forward because, as you mentioned, no one's talking about them, but you start looking at the box scores, 75, 80 points a game. They're relentless. They'll press you all game. I mean, Wally is a good friend of the show. He's been on. He told us flat out, we're just going to run, and if they can stop us from running, kudos. Tell us what you got to do to stop the different styles. You have Rio Rancho who runs, Cibola, Coach Rodriguez grinded out with defense, and then Volcano, who we don't even know what they're going to do this year. So are you just going to play your game?
We're just going to
Tell
play
us
our
about
game.
your district, how you're going to beat these teams.
Well, that's the thing. We just have to, a lot of coaches get caught up in preparing for other teams, and we know what the other teams do. We're trying to get better for us. We don't think we've played our best ball yet, and so we think, you got to stop us mentality. And I know, like I said, we have such contrasting styles in our district, and the coaches do a great job of coaching them up. But I think teams got to get ready to play us because on any given night it could be Ryan, it could be Marcus another night, it could be Josiah, it could be Ryan Patrick who had dropped 20-some down in Hobbs. So our biggest thing is our defense. We want to continue getting better from a defensive standpoint and let the offense take care of itself.
All right, talk about this rivalry with Rio Rancho. It's grown into something really special. We love to cover it television-wise because there's always a huge student crowd on each side. We know this year because both of you are in the top 4, it's just going to be jam-packed once you guys play. Talk about that atmosphere and the rivalry that you have with Rio Rancho.
It's really exciting. I love playing against Rio Rancho. It's always packed with great intensity and it helps us prepare us for later down the road.
You're a politician?
Yeah.
So we know, and you know that everyone thinks the best players out here are Brady Patterson, Ryan Jones. So do you go into the game with a little bit of extra knowing that?
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie.
Okay,
yeah,
there we go.
Man, why are you trying to make him say stuff that he's uncomfortable saying?
I just want to know.
He's about the team, and you're trying to make him about the team right now.
He's a competitive young man, and he's going to want to perform at the highest level. And then when you play the best players, I would naturally think he has a little bit of extra oomph. Oh, by the way, how do you feel about the nominee snub from the McDonald's All-American Committee?
Yeah, I saw that, and I questioned that a little bit. Not taking away from the other guy, but I think Ryan Jones' name should be mentioned up there. Because a lot of people don't know this about Ryan. He played 1 year varsity last year, and he's played 17 games this year. And he's already broke the 1,000-point career at Cleveland. He's already over 1,000 points in a little over a year and a half of playing. So, it's a tribute to him. But, Ryan's not in it for individual stuff at all. He's not at all. He wants to get out here with a state title, and that's his goal. And he's going to do whatever he can.
If we could throw that top 10 poll back up there, just want to go over looking at it, what do you think maybe a dark horse team is in there that's not in the top 5 that could really make a run at things? Maybe somebody that you don't want to see so early in the tournament come state tournament time.
Well, I'm going to tell you the team that's not in the top 10 that I would be fearful of, and that's Valley. Valley, they lost a lot of kids from last year's team, but they're playing a lot better now than what they were earlier in the year.
Coach Coleman always does a great job.
Does a great job with them, and they're the defending champions until somebody dethrones them. So that's a team that you still got to watch out for. But all those teams in the top 10 right there are quality teams and could possibly win if they get clicking and everything works out for them.
A team that Charles and I saw early and that everyone's kind of raved about. They've slipped a couple here, but we know is very dangerous. Carlsbad is a team that's got plenty of talent. And then West Mesa, I don't think you know what you're going to get out of West Mesa night in and night out, but they have the guards that definitely can do it.
Well, in Carlsbad, we played them in a scrimmage this year. We played them in the first round of state last year, and we said last year, you got to watch out for this team coming up for this year.
And back to Valley. Tell people how difficult it is playing a Coleman team twice. Because we do predictions on the show, and me and Adam both were saying, you guys beat them good the first time. I was like, oh, that second time, it's going to be a close game because he's such a he'll tell everyone in the world how bad he is and how bad the team is. And then you'll play him, you say, wait a minute, I thought you told me you didn't have anybody. Explain how tough of a matchup it is.
Well, and it's tough playing them at their place. You know, we played them at our place, then we play them at their place. And they're just competitive kids, and they want to win, and they've bought into what Joe said. And like I said, they were unified, and they came out and gave us a great game that second time. We had kids step up down the stretch, but yeah, you got to watch out for them.
All right, let's move on here on 3 and Out. And last topic, we're going to break down a little bit of District 5, 6A. And since you guys are here, I want to get your opinion on this district. Charles raved about this district, and he was right. I didn't know it was going to be this good early, and they've kind of made some noise going into the APS Metro tournament. Would you say that this, I know you're going to say your district's probably the toughest because why not? Why wouldn't you? But would you say this is the second hardest district in the state? I
would agree. I think it is. I mean, with Albuquerque High and West Mesa having the years they've had, and Atrisco's been, you know, they're in the state championship last year, had a lot of experience coming back. They made it, you know, we played them in the semifinals of the APS Metro tournament, but got to watch out for them. That's going to be an exciting district for them to beat up on each other. And you talk about crowds. You go play, you know, Valley at Albuquerque High is going to be phenomenal. Or go, you know, West Mesa, Albuquerque High when they play each other. That's going to be jam-packed. So I think the North is well represented this year as far as the quality of basketball and with these two districts, and should be an exciting next few weeks.
And this the question I've been just dying to just even ask. How can this man cheer for Rio Rancho and Cleveland? Because I know you won a state title there. You basically built that entire program because it was a new school. This guy, every game, cheers for Rio Rancho and Cleveland. So I need someone to hold him accountable for when y'all play each other.
I just have respect for the game, Charles.
I got to be honest. I mean, there's part of me still at Rio Rancho every time I walk in there and I look at the banners.
Yeah, he's got a banner up at Rio Rancho, man.
But you got to, you know, on the other side, I'm employed at Cleveland High School, so I got to cheer for Cleveland all the time with everything. So I don't know how he gets away with that. But.
I don't either. I've been wondering forever. No one's called him out. He's been flying under the radar.
Look, I'm going to continue to root for Ryan Jones. I'm going to continue to root for Brady Patterson, and nobody's going to stop me. All right? Listen, we appreciate you guys coming on, Coach Smith. Best of luck to you. Ryan Jones, best of luck to you. He's going to play some D1 ball next year. We're going to have you on again, man. You got to finish this season strong. We're rooting for you, no doubt about it.
I'm rooting for you. He's rooting for you. You and Brady.
Andrew Tennyson's coming up next. We'll talk Elite Combat Series for the Timeout segment. Keep it right here. It's uSports Central.